Alright, so I've cleared some storage. I actually just deleted one video and a couple of small videos, but the main video I deleted is the one from yesterday of precision. Since that is already uploaded, there's no need for me to keep it. YouTube has storage for that. Let them keep it. Okay, that's a broken screw over there. Can obviously fix that later on. So while I was actually waiting for my phone to charge, because it was now on 4%, but now it's on 30 something percent, while I was waiting for it to charge, I actually fixed that hinge on the other Lenovo. So it's probably drying in a couple of minutes now. Alright, the thing is, we do have signs of liquid here. So we're gonna take everything off, see if we can pinpoint something obvious. I can see like a little bit of corrosion over here by the screw of the CPU. So there might be some corrosion underneath the heatsink, which I do not see. Weird. What do we see at the back? Nothing really. So I literally don't see anything fishy anywhere on the motherboard. So what could be stopping the motherboard from switching on? Ooh, take off the memory. I'm just trying to remove everything which could be hiding some corrosion underneath. Yeah, pretty much everything is off. I really don't have anything suspicious. Nothing at all. Alright, so on these, not these exactly, but the Ideapad S145, there's a certain area which gets scratched by the back cover, and it will break a line which is coming from the CPU or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, the laptop goes no display, or if it goes no power, something like that. But it's not the case here. I don't see anything which has scratched off. This is just gonna be a difficult one. This is really gonna be a difficult one. Difficult because I have no idea what to check, what to start with, where to end. So it's really cold at the moment in Cape Town. I mean, the temperature is around, I think it's around, what? What's the temperature now? Wow, I didn't put a temperature on my watch. What a dumb thing not to put. Oh, I said. It's 13 degrees at the moment. Yeah, which is nothing for many other people. But for someone who grew up in a place where the lowest temperature is probably around 15, 16, something like that, under normal circumstances, and this is cold. I am not gonna say anything else, but yeah, for me it's cold. So I've got like a fleece and a hot water bottle as well. So what I want to check is the two basic voltages. We know the main power is there because the laptop charges, so definitely it's there. But do we have 5 volts? Yes, we do. Do we have 3.3? Yes, we do. Do we have any voltage going to the BIOS chip? Nothing. Okay, we have nothing going to the BIOS chip. Let me grab the power button. These motherboards really are supposed to auto start when you plug your charger with the CMOS reset. So what was that? The current being run is just jumped to like 0.7 or 0.07. It's still low, but why is it now 0.07? Let me see what voltages I'm getting. 0 volts, 0.2. That's obviously going to the battery. That's fine. Right, let me check for a short circuit. 1 ohm. Nah, that's dead. That's dead. Why didn't I check for that in the first place? It is not there in the BIOS. There it is. Which is ground. It's not there on the BIOS chip, but 1 ohm. 129. 5. 1 ohm. I know this might be going to the CPU and it should have low resistance, but that is 0 ohms there. 0.2. 0.9. This is gonna be pretty high. 130. 5. That is suspicious. That is simply suspicious. There is no way this motherboard is gonna work with that low resistance over there. This seems to me like a dead CPU. I don't know what else to check, but that's a dead CPU. For sure. Nah, that's a dead CPU, guys. This was gonna need a motherboard replacement. No other way around it. Let's check the smaller coils over there. This has got 3 kilo ohms, 1.2 ohms. Now that's low resistance. That one, 1.2 ohms. But that is a short. That is a dead short to me. Okay, I just want to find out why I do not have any voltage going to the BIOS chip though. That is a weird thing. I must have 5 volts coming somewhere. Yeah, and 3.3 coming here. And I must have an output here, which I'm not getting. So what I usually do is I'll force it to have those 2 voltages. I know it's gonna switch on, but if the CPU is dead, it'll stay dead. Okay. Come on, what's happening? Okay, let me solder another jumper to the 3.3 line. So what I'm doing is really just bypassing the load switch. The load switch is the one that pretty much switches the 5 volt always and 3.3 volts always to the 5 volts run and 3.3 volts run. Plug a charger. What do I get? Five volts. 3.3 volts. Okay. Does it start? No, still nothing. Even after bypassing and manually forcing 3.3 and 5 volts to exist, still nothing. But you can see now it responds over here on the charger. No, this is dead. Yeah, this looks like a dead CPU to me. I'm gonna stop this video here. Those that think I might have missed something, you let me know. But that, my friend, that over there is a 0 ohm resistance going to the CPU. That's dead. There's no way around it. That is a dead CPU. Anyways, yeah, I can learn something, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Cheers and goodbye. I'll just replace the motherboard.